So all of this madness over here is actually where it says use nodes. You can go over here to where it says shading. And as you can see, there is, let me get this up out of here because I don't really like that over there. It's on my nerves. For some reason it does. And you need to see this anyway. So these are shader nodes and they look super scary. And you're like, I did not sign up for nodes. Don't worry. We're not really going to get into them like that. But as you can see, there's the test. That's the exact same thing that I had before. It's hooked into this principled BSDF slider. That's the exact same thing as this over here. They just moved it down here to make it a little bit easier. Some people find it a lot better to deal with nodes. So right now, and make sure that you have your viewport shading set to material preview. And what I can do is this. I can hit Control, right click, and slice through there. Now there's nothing on here really. There's just that base color that we had. There's a base color. That makes no difference. But what I can do is this. I can click onto this and hit delete. Now, what I want you to do is to grab the material that I have for you, and I want you to move it over to your desktop. It just says Sci-Fi Panel. It's going to be in a zip file. You got to unzip it. I'm going to minimize this. You can see a little bit of my desktop here. And I'm going to move this down to right here. There's my Sci-Fi Panel, right? Sci-Fi Panel PNG. I'm going to grab this panel and I'm just going to drag it into here. Now, that's all I want you to do. I want you to drag it in there. You don't have to go look for anything. You can just drag it in there. Now, you see this is Sci-Fi Panel PNG. I'm going to grab the color where it says color. I'm going to click and drag that and place that in there. And now I got the Sci-Fi Panel on there. Super easy way of putting a texture on there. If it's like a brick texture or something like that, it's just a really easy way of doing that. If I go back over to UV editing, now I have Sci-Fi Panel as a choice. Right now I'm still on test. So again, this has nothing to do with what we're seeing in our viewport. If I go to Sci-Fi Panel, then all of a sudden I'm getting these arrangements over here. So all of these little islands right here and all these little shapes, they are picking up what's behind here. So if you wanted to keep that, then you would have to select it. Or you would have to save this or select this and save what you've painted or drawn or whatever. What I want to do, that's more with the texture painting, but what I want to do is I want to select all. And we can take this image, or we can take the UV and we can export UV layout. And we're going to export it to a file. Now, I'm just going to call this, now it's giving me a PNG prompt. And I had some, I've done this before, so it's giving me some other things here. But we will call this ship UV. Because again, I want to do this as easy as possible. Ship UV, I'll do a little lowercase thing here. And I don't know why. I'm the worst typist ever. So this size, I would put it at 2048 by 2048. Ooh, let's go with all UVs. And we're going to export the layout. I'm putting it right in this folder that I have. It's exported. And now, here's what's going to happen. So I have navigated to the folder of where I saved it at. Ship UV PNG. I open it up. And now I got the PNG file here. So we can see we got all this stuff here, right? So let's do this. Let's give it I'm going to give this a base. And maybe we will give it, let's make it red. A reddish kind of grayish base. I'm going to put that at the bottom there. Oh, it's more brown, right? I guess I need to put it up there. Ooh, that's awfully bright. Okay, and now I can go over here. I want to duplicate this layer. And what I want to do is, let's just kind of pick some colors here. So I'm just clicking onto this. Now I can draw onto this. I can draw on it. I can do whatever it is that I want to do. And looks like my other one is over here. And I'm going to switch over here because I just wanted to just show you that you're a 2D artist and you don't really want to do a lot of this other stuff. You don't have to. So what I'm going to do is go here, make a few little sci-fi cuts here. Sci-fi cuts, obtuse angles. So I'm like, what? I don't remember what that is. What are you talking about? And if I want, and I'm just doing some different stuff to it just to so I'm just kind of hand painting here. All right. So now what I want to do is I can just leave this. I want to save this as, but I also want to export this into a PNG. I'm just going to save it over to a PNG, and we will call this text ship PNG. I'm going to save it. Hit OK. Let's get this up out of the way here. And now I am going to go back to that folder. Just leave me a second because I got to go to the folder. So, okay, so I've navigated to where my folder is. I'm going to go back over here to, I'm going to go back to shading. It's just easier for me. I'm going to control right click to get rid of that. Delete it. I'm just going to drag that UV ship right there. And we're going to plug it in. And there we go. It's got those little panel lines on it. Now, I strongly suggest that you get some textures there, right? So that you, and where's my other my little shading is underneath there. I know you can't really, might not be able to see it, but it's got some shading there. So here I'm in layout. There it is in that mode. And we can export this as an FBX. And so I want to do that in the next video.